What is the best diet for arthritis? Does a plant-based diet and osteoarthritis go hand in hand? What is the best diet for arthritis? And what are the 5 worst foods for arthritis? When it comes to arthritis, it could be a good idea to point out that there are now over 200 different forms of arthritis. It is one of the widest fields of medicine, and it takes a long time to train to become a specialist. Even learning which vegan arthritis supplements can help can be a challenge. Did you know new forms of arthritis are being discovered all of the time? For instance, systemic lupus erythematosus never used to be thought of a form of arthritis, but now we know that it is another form of this wide range of diseases. Even though the many different forms of arthritis may have many different names, one treatment which seems to work for all is a change in diet. Why is that, and can food trigger arthritis in the first place? Osteoarthritis versus rheumatoid arthritis. A plant-based diet and rheumatoid arthritis go hand in hand, but the interesting thing is that a dietary treatment for arthritis can be changed to suit the many other forms of arthritis as well. The more we learn about rheumatoid arthritis, the more interesting it becomes. Many scientists now believe it all starts with an allergy or allergies to certain foods. The autoimmune response to inflammatory markers, which can also be seen in all allergies and asthma, is so strong that it seems to cause long-term inflammation in the joints of the body. Sufferers from childhood-based food allergies often go on to develop rheumatoid arthritis. Osteoarthritis is caused by lifestyle choice, and carrying around excess weight and manual work is two both known risk factors. You are less likely to develop it if you have a normal weight, but we need to ask why people who are seemingly healthy still develop osteoarthritis. Is there something in our environment which switches on the gene which controls osteoarthritis? Can it be found in food and or purines to blame? Other common forms of arthritis, such as fungal arthritis, are most certainly caused by food, and there is a possibility psoriatic arthritis has a dietary link. After all, the joint problems in psoriatic arthritis almost always start before the skin lesions appear. And Crohn's disease, is that just another form? In fact, it is waiting for reclassification as a new form of arthritis. Best diet for arthritis. Not all plant-based diets suit all forms of arthritis, and it is crucial you receive the correct diagnosis. However, once you have been diagnosed, the most effective treatment plan for any form of arthritis is diet, and a suitable supplement regime, out of which probiotics play a big part. But before you start your own best diet for arthritis, there is something you need to know about, and that is purines. What are they and what part do they play in arthritis? What are purines? A purine is a natural substance which can be found in every cell in the body. As our cells die, the purine contained with the cells is broken down and turned into uric acid. This is perfectly natural process, and when the body is in balance, it does not cause a problem. Believe it or not, uric acid is an antioxidant which helps to protect the blood vessels. It only becomes a problem if you have excess uric acid in the body, and the acid can form uric acid crystals. When these crystals are deposited in tendons and joints, they can cause various forms of arthritis as well. Some foods are richer in purines than others. We often eat them on a daily basis. Most meats are rich in purines just simply because they are not fresh enough, and the breakdown process of purines is well on its way when the food hits your plate. Dairy products can also be packed with purines, but here is the kicker. non-pasteurized milk products or not. They simply contain too many healthy probiotics culture for purines to survive. As there are so many different forms of arthritis, it is best to look at what is the best diet for the form of arthritis you suffer. When you suffer from fungal arthritis, it is important to stay away from foods with molds and fungus. And here is a surprise for you if you are still suffering joint pain after going vegan. Your healthy quinoa may even contain the very fungus and mold which is causing your arthritis in the first place. Grains from countries which produce superfood grains are often stored for a long period of time, harvested under less than perfect conditions, and then transported long distances. This means they pick up both mold and fungus along the way. A vegan diet for arthritis is great, but at the end of the day, it is important to have a personal diet which treats your arthritis. 5 worst foods for arthritis. Many doctors are keen to tell you to eat more fruit once you have been diagnosed with any kind of arthritis. Sure, the best diet for arthritis is a plant-based diet, but many fruits can make your arthritis worse. Citrus fruits are a good source of vitamins, enzymes, and plant-based fiber, but can trigger an attack of gout and other forms of arthritis. No matter what kind of arthritis you have, there are 5 fruits which are really bad news for any sufferer. It comes as a bit of a surprise that the 5 worst foods for arthritis are often the ones which many internet-based health experts recommend. The most important part of an anti-inflammatory diet is breakfast. Citrus fruits. Juicing and smoothie making are often being recommended to arthritis sufferers, but in fact, both activities can make your arthritis a lot worse. When you have any form of arthritis, you should stay away from all citrus fruits and replace them with fruits which are low in purines. A good example would be bananas and cherries. Bananas are packed with potassium and cherries are a good source of vital antioxidants which can help to remedy your arthritis. Both juicing and smoothie making increases the amount of sugar in your diet as well, and there is a clear link between excess sugar and diabetes. Apples and arthritis. Apples are not related to citrus fruits at all, but they do contain a high level of purines. It is not the fruit itself which is the problem, it is the way we produce and store apples. When apples get to us in our homes, they may have been picked many months ago and stored in cool conditions to keep them fresh. This way of storing apples raises the level of purine significantly. If you were to pick an apple straight from the tree and eat, it would be much better for you. Also, check out your local farmer's market. They may even have apples which come straight from their local orchard. Tomatoes are powerhouses of healthy enzymes and vitamin C. Eat them fresh and you will lower the purine level in your blood. Pineapples can be part of the best diet for arthritis. Most arthritis sufferers will have heard that pineapples contain an enzyme called bromelain. It is excellent for any kind of inflammatory disease, but the problem is that most of us throw away the actual part of the fruit which contains the bromelain. In fact, it is only the core which contains the bromelain. If you would like to add this to your own personal diet, best diet for arthritis, consider adding a supplement as part of your vegan arthritis supplements routine. Kiwi. Kiwi fruits often travel a long way to reach us and are one of the most intensely cropped sprayed fruits in the world. Did you know that the average kiwi fruit has been stored for about 3 months before it is even put on the supermarket shelf? That is a rather frightening statistic. Not only are kiwis high in purines, but they have a higher sugar content. A staggering 10% of the fruit is made up out of sugar, which is not what you want when you are trying to treat arthritis. White grapes. White grapes are one of the 5 worst foods for arthritis. They are packed with sugar and acid which is known to cause inflammation of the joints. The acid is called tartaric acid and is what makes that bottle of Chardonnay taste so great, but it can cause a serious flare-up of any kind of arthritis. Enjoy your red grapes instead and change your wine to Ribera del Duero. It is an excellent red wine for all kinds of inflammatory diseases and will protect your cardiovascular system as well as your joints. Vegan arthritis supplements. Which are the best vegan arthritis supplements and why should you take them? Supplements work with your body instead of against it, like anti-inflammatory drugs. Your doctor will be more than happy to prescribe anti-inflammatory drugs. Large pharmaceutical companies make billions of dollars from the sale of anti-inflammatory drugs. But the same companies selling and manufacturing drugs also know they are dangerous, and on top of that, they are fully aware supplements are just as effective. When you are prescribed anti-inflammatory drugs, you are always prescribed a drug called omeprazole. It protects your stomach lining from the harmful effects of prescription drugs. Unfortunately, it also stops you from absorbing the optimum nutrition from your food. Range of vegan supplements. The range of vegan supplements is huge, but the good news is that you can tailor a supplement routine to fit in with your individual needs. If you suffer from severe osteoarthritis, you should take a homeopathy supplement called Arnica. It will work wonders and is great for tendons which carry a heavier workload when you suffer from arthritis. That is just one example of an excellent vegan supplement. But there are many others which can help, and there is a short list of the top 15 vegan supplements which you could try. Echinacea root lowers the risk of damage to cells before and after inflammation. Milk thistle improves liver function to help your body deal with purines. Ginger will help to lower inflammation in the joint. Bromelain, excellent for fungal arthritis. Capsicum increases circulation to remove harmful oxidants. Dandelion, fantastic for kidney function when you are suffering an attack. Ginkgo biloba increases microcirculation. Melissa leaf, great for psoriatic arthritis. Turmeric, add to your diet to lower inflammation. Cinnamon bark will also help to lower inflammation. Whole garlic lowers the level of purines in the blood. CBD oil, one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory drugs in the world. Vegan glucosamine. This supplement will help to maintain and may even replace some of the glucosamine lost in your joints. Probiotics to boost your immune system. Arnica as a homeopathic supplement. Finding the best diet for arthritis is one of the safest treatment options for this common health condition. If you suspect you suffer from arthritis, get an accurate diagnosis and learn more about which vegan arthritis supplements can help you. Don't forget about the 5 worst foods for arthritis, as this is a disease which can be effectively controlled and treated with the right diet. Your body will start to respond to your new diet, but be prepared to be a little bit patient.